came in at like 122, I immediately sent an email to everybody in my pinball league. It's like, if you're going to Papa,
you better do it now.
Yes,
I did the
absolutely.
same thing. It's like, you better do it right now because, wow, I thought maybe it would take a day, but no, it was serious business. Done in an hour and a half.
I know Nick Zendejas, Zen from Colorado, did not get in time, but he was on the wait list. His name came up yesterday. Bowen was looking for him online. Zen scrambled to find tickets. He was already going to the Texas Pinball Festival as a backup, and so he won't be able to make it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we got going on this weekend. Right now, we've got a game of Indiana Jones. The winner's going to win $100. Andre Masenkoff's our newest player. The loser is going to be done with this tournament. And Andre from the West Coast, as we saw in the interview, really likes to, he has a reputation for going on the fly, but
it's controlled on the fly. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah. This game, this can be a flow game too. I'd love to see him, do some ramping out. I assume he's going to go after multi-ball.
Yeah, it's same thing. I mean, what's the over/under in the number of modes we're going to see this game? 1.
Intentional?
Yeah.
0. Or 0.5.
I guess it all depends on whether or not it's going to land on one of those video modes, which we haven't really seen yet. We don't even really know if the backhand to the mode start hole is good yet because no one's really tried it. There's been no reason.
I tried it in warm-up.
Yeah?
Yeah, it stuck.
Okay. I mean, because the forehand to the mode start will just bounce off the back
rattles
and
out
come
a lot.
out.
It does. You got to just stick it in there, and if you're going for modes, pinball gods will reward you. It'll stick.
Yeah.
So it's always critical as the cold player. You're going to be player one. You really just, you want to get that first multi-ball out of the way. Raymond did it. He didn't actually collect a jackpot, so he was in a bit of trouble. But you want that first start. You don't want to come in cold and everybody else is warm. Dean Grover has survived 4 or 5 games now. Robert now has gotten the game under his belt.
Everybody else is warm. So you want to get in there, at least have some ball time.
Yes.
So that you're in the game. Get a couple of locks. If not a first multi-ball, at least get a couple of locks down so that you're set up decently for when you come up next time. But, he doesn't want to think about that. You just want to rock out this first ball and just push everybody down and say, I'm here now. I'm Andre. I'm here. So
Andre,
this is what's going on.
World champion at Papa, what are we up to? I want to say 12 maybe?
Papa 14.
We're looking for the banner.
Papa 14.
Wow.
Banner's right
getting
there.
Old. Andre won a very exciting match. I remember Josh Sharp being there.
That F14.
That game of F14.
No flight insurance.
Right now, Josh is at home or probably in the hospital and rolling his eyes. Maybe doing a little Tourette's. Shout out.
All right, so
yay, F14.
Indiana Jones is waiting.
I'm just looking down the list here. So we had 21 players qualify for this, including Daniele Acciari from Italy, who was the winner last year and ran the table. Andy Rosa was the lowest seed remaining up until the last game. He was the 20th seed. Right now, Dean Grover is the old man of the group.
Okay, he's the lowest seed right now.
Who's our fourth player? We've got Andre, we've got Robert. Oh, Raymond and Dean. Right. So we're on serve right now. The 4 players, there's nobody out of place right now.
Okay.
So that's bad news for Dean Grover. It's his turn to go home according to the list, but Dean will have something to say, and he actually picked this.
So he's going to be fine. So he's already played this a few times before, so he knows some of the reactions that's going to come off of those center targets. Meanwhile, Andre may not. I mean, it's different looking at it happening.
The thing we've learned is that left. There's an announcement. Yes. They're making an announcement about parking. There are more pinball machines than parking spaces, and on the weekend it's no problem. But during the weekdays, there's a lot of businesses around, and so you got to park. They got a lot.
There is an alternate lot.
Yes, and that's where you need to park.
You need to park there. So.
Okay, so we are ready for some pinball.
Here we go. All right. Andre's studying the playfield now. And we'll see. I mean, like I said, like I was about to say, we'll see whether Andre will be able to adjust to those center rejections off the targets. I mean, everybody else is sort of warmed up to that.
Yep. And the other thing is this feed here from the left, hitting that sling.
Hitting that little sling there a little bit. And it puts you out of control and wastes all the ball save.
If you watch on the wide shot of Andre, he moves a lot. Some players are very stoic in their stance. Andre, he's a mover. His whole body moves.
Whoa, come on, we need lock number 1. Here it comes. There
All
it
right.
is. See?
That's your first goal
That's
on ball
the first
one.
one. Okay.
Right.
See, now you've got enough ball time. Now you're feeling good. It's like, yep. See, that plunge was definitely a little more casual. See, I'm ready to go. Good.
Here's a little pro note. If you're player one, I don't know what the rules say, but if you power the game, it'll kick all the balls out of the idle for you.
Whoa.
He's taking his double danger and did not tilt, but he now can't do any more nudging. He's going to backhand. Oh, he wanted that one. Get control.
Tried to control it. It was
Yeah, but right there.
It was in between. There.
Right here,
yeah.
Little drop catch. There's some
There
patience.
it is.
All
Okay.
right.
Forehand and boom.
There it is.
Nice.
All right, ball two. You love to have two in
Yes.
hand. Even worst case scenario, you can survive one more lock, right? Sure.
Absolutely.
You can. All right. So now you want to be thinking he's got double danger, so he needs to be gentle here during multi-ball. You don't want to, we've seen a lot of unconsummated multi-balls.
Yeah,
There
he
it is.
got it.
Yep.
There it is. He got it back.
If you
off
hit
the
those,
center,
yep.
and he's got it back.
If you hit the drop targets and immediately drain down the left out lane, you get a ball saver.
But it has to be quick. I mean, that drain you just saw was kind of slow, so I was a little surprised you got that back.
I wonder back in
Rattle.
1993 when it was on test whether they noticed that there were a lot of left out lanes and maybe added it in software later. I'm not sure who did the software on.
It definitely makes sense. I mean, if you put that on test and everybody's draining down that side, and you start to see people getting angry at that drain happening so often.
Yes.
They must have got angry enough.
All right, he's going right after the double. He's going for the doubler.
Right after the double. Come on.
There's
There it
a
is.
doubler. Oh, and he even added to the bonus. Oh, he went on the fly there. He's still got
his
ball
save.
saver.
Absolutely.
All right. So I don't think we've seen a double jackpot on opening multi-ball. He's trying to get control here. He's down to 2 balls now.
Still got plenty of time.
Lovely.
Plenty of time for the shot.
Oh, that was a very nice controlled out of the scoop. He's okay. Nope.
Oh, that ball needs to hurry up and come out so he gets the grace period.
He's got some time.
Okay.
There's that
Because
sling.
it could grace, because sometimes the grace period is the double jackpot instead of the single.
Yep.
And so it's a little bit of a difference.
Okay, here it is. Last chance. Nope. One more chance. I think he
We
made
just
the
saw
correct.
mode, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yep. Because
well
it's
of
a
souls.
6 ball.
Excellent.
6 ball.
That's great vision from Andre to see. I assume he knew that. He seemed very excited about making that mode shot.
Absolutely.
So in this 6-ball multi-ball, your goal is to shoot the lock shot, and the more balls you have in play, the more valuable that lock is.
That's it. It's $2 million per ball.
Yep.
That's in
The
play.
other thing you can do in this mode is combos. You can finish your combos in this mode if you're determined to do it. He's going after the well. This mode
This is
fits
good.
Andre's style very well.
And these are all points going into the bonus too. So he's going to have to be careful when he comes out of here. He doesn't want to tilt
That's
away
an
these
excellent.
bonus
Oh, and he's
points.
already on double danger.
Yeah.
Good point, Steve. That's
Whoa.
you as a player. There's so much you have to think about, both in the micro and in the macro. And in the moment, you're thinking about saving the ball at hand, but in the back of your mind,
I've got points building up in
I've
the
got-
bank that I
yep.
don't want to lose. So, but you see, look, he's only got 57 because all the rest of those points are in his bonus. You see, you look, it says he only got 58. What happened to the points? They're waiting
yep.
for him.
I would
So,
say, it's not really worth it when you're into 2-ball play to hit that shot and get that kick out. Yeah, it's all right. He's done
yeah,
now.
he didn't even try
So
to get that
let's
one.
see.
It's okay.
59
million is
score.
in the bank. So, and look at this video mode, another mode. So already we've seen 2 modes.
It's at least 28 million. If he gets them in the medallion, it'll be a 33 million.
Got guns on the right. Oh,
Right
he almost
now.
got him.
Oh,
okay,
he missed it.
but still 18 million.
He missed it by 2. He's got to play with white gloves on here. Nothing would kill his momentum more than to not collect that bonus. I mean, right now he's in great shape with the scores we've been seeing on Indy.
Exactly, with 59 million waiting for him plus another 18, he's still doubled his score.
If I were him, I'd put 2 in the locks and then
And
play
then-
mode
just
out
play that, yeah.
because it makes it harder for everybody else. Nobody gets the free ball saver after the lock.
Exactly.
There's
see,
that
he's definitely playing more carefully though. See, he didn't try to nudge that.
I
or
agree,
anything.
but did you see that nasty feed from
Yeah.
up top, hitting that sling? It tried to drain him. Yeah, very gentle.
Yep.
He was just, if he saves it, he saves it.
All right, this is number 2.
Andre is doing exactly what we talked about.
This is
Player
exactly what
one,
you
ball
wanna do.
one. You
Yep.
establish yourself. You don't let the wolves think that there's some fresh meat to take care of. Now the other 3 players are thinking about what they need to do to not be last.
They might be thinking about modes because he just took
They're
down
not
2
thinking
of them.
about modes.
No. Okay.
No. Who knows what Robert's thinking about? But Dean and Raymond will be multi-balling out.
All right, time for another multi-ball.
It's great when
yeah.
once you're relaxed and things are going well, the ball just goes where you want it to.
There it is. Look at that. That's the second multi-ball. This is ball 1.
Boy, that right ramp's so much easier to hit after you've already got a good score going. Don't get over.
No ball save on this. So
Yep. Yeah. So he's the double is available but not lit yet. There
just
it is.
got it.
All right, boom.
Double.
Yes. They had a nice little leap there. Did you see him?
Yeah.
He was pretty
Oh,
excited.
here comes
Oh,
another
one.
double. Another double.
All right. So almost backhanded it.
That was close.
Oh,
no.
got it.
Oh, he nudged it back
Oh.
in. That was an excellent nudge.
No, I don't think.
that
No
was an
nudge is
excellent
excellent
nudge.
at this point.
That was unbelievable because he's still playing.
I know, but
It's
he's got
excellent
double
because he's
danger.
still
He's got
playing.
$100 million in
That
hand.
was unbelievable. First of all, he tried it.
Don't risk it.
He tried it with $77 million in the
Yeah.
bank.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, come
There
on.
it is. Oh, I thought he was going to nail that for sure. Bounce it. All right, one more.
If
Boom.
he hits this. Oh.
Oh, it came back. That ball doesn't come back when you need it to. No, that's not going to get there. That's gone. No.
Grace period.
Boom.
Yes. Now, when he starts his next multiple, he's going to
He's
start
gonna-
with the super.
yes, the super.
This
That was
is
his
big.
third.
He's going to start off with the super jackpot lit. This has got
Oh,
two.
and $5 million a light. One. Yeah.
It just seems to go down that hole on the first when you make the
Yep.
first right turn.
Yeah.
You have to really
I think
jostle the play field a little
if you need
bit.
to get lower down, you got to go
Yeah.
left first and
Yeah.
then bring it over. It's hard to tell if you're not familiar with this play field. The upper section on the upper left corner of your screen can be rotated
Slightly,
angled.
slightly left and right.
So there's a little bit of being able to guide the ball, but those 2 holes sort of drain you out.
Right,
This
that's
is Andre
knock number
Massenkoff
2
at his
again.
best right
Look
now.
At this. He's feeling it.
Yep.
He's definitely feeling it.
Oh, pinball is so much fun. It's such an easy game when it's going well. Think back to that double danger save. If he
Right.
tilts there, he's in jail. He's got no points.
Ball saved. This is ball. That maybe. No.
All right,
But whatever.
Okay, there's a clap, right?
Look at this.
There's a clap. 129 in bonus.
Now is that higher than any score we've seen so
Yep.
far today?
Oh, it's doubled in the
That's-
score. I don't think anyone's gone over
and
200.
That's ball 1.
So it's always hard to follow a good ball, but mentally you got to you play your game. Maybe you're not playing that guy anymore. You got
Right.
2 other
Now
guys
you got
to
2
play.
other people to
Yep.
play. Unless you have a good ball, you can bring him back down to earth. But
Right now you
just get started.
you want to get to that next. You want to get to that next round. Some schlub named Donovan Stepp is up next.
Wow.
So
All right, Dean, just get controls. You can get
kidding
your-
about
just get
Donovan, of
control.
course. He was a Final Four in Papa World Championships last year.
Wow, that just tripped into a mode.
What did he get?
10
Well of
million.
Souls.
See, well of souls too.
Dean Grover
Wow.
living large. Sometimes,
Merry Christmas.
yes, to accidentally start a mode and have it be Well of Souls. What are the chances?
Ow.
Well, there's
Well.
12 modes, so
12 modes, and then the accidental shot off the right kick, off the
Wow.
right kicker.
that's
Excellent.
you know what? I'm happy for Dean Grover. That's great. Dean Grover was actually dead for 7 minutes at one point about 5 years ago. Had a heart attack at work, and was thankfully they had a defibrillator on site, and they put him on ice in a coma for a week. This is a true story, and they weren't sure what was going to happen. And Dean, I want to say it's about 5 years ago, but has fully recovered, and is probably playing the best pinball of his career.
Definitely.
So if the pinball gods throw him a bone from time to time, I'd say, you know what? He earned it.
All right, stay in. All right, take that little consolation prize with you.
I would I'd start doing some combos now. The value for the feed isn't worth it to me anymore. I like the shoot the lit ramps.
All right, seems to be well. He's got a ball controlled, so I guess he's just gonna keep going for it.
Maybe on the fly. After you hit enough of them, the drops will start. Oh, nice.
Okay, nice. Got choices.
Yeah. It's a little it's a little squirrely, but he's getting good ball time here for the way this thing has been playing.
All right.
Dean Grover, also a programmer for Williams back in the day, did work software on Congo, Safecracker, a few other of the old-time games. Worked with Pat Lawler on some games.
Really?
Adams, I think he has a home-use only Adams that he picked up at his house. It's pretty nice.
All right.
It will actually be available to play at the IFPA World Championships in Denver. Come May. Right. You coming to that, Steve?
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Yeah. We top 64 players on the Whopper rankings will be playing off for the World Championship title of the IFPA in 2 short months. I know quite a few of the European players who are here this weekend for Pinburg are coming back again two months later to play in that. Denver at Game Exchange in Denver is hosting the Lion Spring Classic the week before. We're going to have huge opportunities all week long. Come on, Dean. Kill some of those. The same number.
Now, can you pull a gun to get rid of guys?
No.
No? Okay, I just thought of that now.
The gun does
nothing
there.
Can you pull a gun to get rid of some of those
the gun
guys?
does give you a couple of finish modes, but not that one.
Right, okay.
I would, that would make sense, though, wouldn't it?
And then finish them off.
So, usually Pinburg is the height of spring pinball. It's what we all look forward to, but this year we've got a really busy calendar. And, of course, with the circuit now, every month there is a big tournament. Next up, the Michigan Pinball Expo in Michigan, Flint, Michigan, I want to say. They're going to be excited to host that. Kaz and his gang always put a great show on. If you're anywhere in the area and want to play some pinball, it's like 2 weeks away, I think.
Yeah, it's only is that 2 weeks? Or is it next
week?
I
think it's next week. Oh my goodness!
It's next week.
Wow, and if you're excited about this and you want to get on the circuit, get started next week. You going to that, Steve?
That's the one I have to miss.
Oh,
so I can get the line.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna miss a circuit event.
Wow.
Yep. That's unusual.
Yep.
Esther and I aren't going to be there as well, so I guess I'll get to hear Mark Steinman again on the mic, which is what we. Actually, I've heard that Papa TV will not be covering the Michigan Pinball Expo because they're running a little tournament this weekend and probably are a little occupied. But it's a full value circuit event. Dean Grover playing the multi-ball.
Had an uneventful multi-ball so
yes.
far, but
so it's just a single. He's got a single lid.
Doubles ready.
All right,
come on, Dean.
Just when you're playing this game, use that left ramp for the transfer.
True. Yeah, exactly.
It brings the ball down with just the right amount of momentum
and
to get up there.
And it gives you enough speed to get up there. Yeah.
I just not seeing enough of that. Here it is.
Here
Boom.
it is.
Oh, he did a little Dave Heggie lift the flipper up or something. Maybe he thought the ball was coming. All right. Now you want to cradle up, get control. There it is. Nice drop catch.
The double. Double's ready again.
He needs to make that ramp. I don't think we've seen a right ramp from Dean in 2 or 3 games now.
Find it, Dean. Dean can find this ramp.
Yeah. Ooh.
Whoa, nice
way
decision
to lower that
on the
flipper.
right flipper.
Yep. Oh.
Get back in.
Oh, it wanted to come in. All right, grace period time. We haven't seen one. Oh, he got
that was a great feed, and now take it down.
Wow.
Good.
Pinball gods have handed him a couple of
raise your
nuggets.
Hands. That definitely deserved a hand.
I think he's got
Dean.
a little smile there.
Yes.
Between that and the Well of Souls bone, Pinball gods definitely want to see Dean hang around.
He does have some points in the bank. Oh, he actually able to get down the complete passive adventure there. It didn't go in the hole, so he's picked up some points. He does have points in the bank.
Yep.
And if he wants to continue the path, he has 7 seconds to get back up there if he wants to. But
with only one left, uninterested.
Put the ball in the lock.
Yeah. Get going again.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh. No narrow escape.
Almost.
Lazarus.
It almost tried to Lazarus back up there.
You don't see many Lazarus on.
But look at his bonus. 115 bonus. Nice. See, he's back in. He's brought Andre back in sort of the arena
as player 3 and player 4 now.
Yeah.
You're like,
all right.
You're still trying to play your game, but really, all 4 players are going to blow it up. Somebody's going to struggle. Or maybe not. We'll see how Raymond does. Yep.
Maybe those center targets can be nice for once and, give everybody a chance. Because it's usually it's those center targets that rule what will happen.
Mr. Chuckles is up. Raymond Davidson. Very serious. He's Ray has excellent regaining control skills. His nudging, his the decisions he makes with his dead bounces and live catching. He's really good.
You see that right there? Yep. So that nudge, that's fine.
Look at that.
That was only one. That was only one.
Survive it.
That was only one strike.
Get
so
that
he's
lock.
Still good.
Got to at least get a lock out of it. Don't waste it. Oh, he wants that lock.
He's actually getting close to the 2-ball because he's hit that target a bunch of times.
We saw that from Dean Grover last game. All right, put this away, Ray. No, he's That's a well-deserved drain. You missed the shot. You deserve to drain in this game.
Wow. And that again, and see how dangerous that forehand is. And even though it doesn't seem as very fast until you take the shot and it just flies off the lock area. And if you miss it, it goes wherever it wants.
The in-lane, out-lane there on the left, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's so hard to read.
It's bad, yeah.
If it looks like it's going one way, it always goes the other. And no matter what happens, it finds a way out.
It seems to be the opposite of what you want. It's like, I should nudge it. No, you shouldn't have nudged it.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't nudge it? Oh, you should have nudged it.
Yep.
You know, it seems to work that way with that left out lane.
All right, so let's see how Robert plays this. I don't think I've ever seen Robert play Indiana Jones. It's you don't usually see it in tournaments, as you guys at home can tell. It can be a long player. We like
one. All right.
And in tournaments, we like to see games where maybe there's multiple strategies or different approaches. This one, everyone doing the exact same thing, while it's skillful, it's not quite as interesting as, say, a match of AC/DC.
Right.
Where everybody picks a different song.
Again, unless somebody just decides, like Andre did, to invest in some modes, and you see it does pay off.
It does.
It pays off.
But, it's sort of that herd mentality. If everyone else is doing the big super jackpot chase,
then
you got to. Because if they hit it, the only way you're going to win is
if you do it too.
Yeah. I just think in this format where you're playing not to lose somewhat, 2 locks for Robert. That modes would be more likely to be brought out here.
Right.
I'm tempted to pick this game in a few rounds and just mode out to glorious defeat, just to prove my point. If Steinman will throw $20 in the pot, that's what I'll do. I'm looking over at him. Oh, I get the thumbs up. So I will pick Indiana Jones, and I will just try to play modes. And if I get to the end of it, play all 12.
If you get to Eternal Life, okay,
he'll buy me sushi.
Yeah, but you don't get to time anything out. You got to play him.
No, I'll play him.
Okay,
I'll play every one of them. Robert did not start his multi-ball there, but he got 2 locks done, so he's still okay.
Right. So his $9 million is better than Player 3's $9 million, I would think, because I don't think Player 3 was able to get 2 locks done, but we'll see. Meanwhile, the rich are about to get richer because Andre had $419 million.
And it's really turned into it's really turned into 2 different games right now. Andre and Dean are playing for the 100, and Robert and Raymond are playing for their lives.
To live, yep. Right.
And especially on this game, they just want to get to their multi-ball.
And it looks like not only is it at the 419, he also has his combos ready. Is that his combos ready? Is that
they're all available? I don't know if he's made the shots.
His loops are ready. His loop people are blinking. So all the people in the middle of the playfield. So he has them all.
He needs the greens as well.
Right.
So he needs to make some of the shots still.
Or you could just go back to lock because it's
available. I wouldn't be surprised if Andre, of all people, would start busting out a mode shot, but no, he's going after his locks.
Oh, that was a mode shot.
That might as well. He had nothing better to do at that point.
That was a legitimate mode shot.
When that ball comes right in lane, and you got nothing, you got a bail on right here. Like, shoot the mode shot.
Nice.
Yeah, nice backhand.
Here we go. Multi-ball again. And guess what's lit?
Super
all right, all day.
Let's see if he gets the Grover feed. Nope.
Hit the captive ball, get a super.
Oh, no.
He
nearly.
Ball.
Oh, did he hit it?
Nope.
All right. Boom.
Come on.
Oh, he didn't get it. That was a good shot
all
there.
Right. The first step is to need a ball cradled on the right flipper.
Yeah, backhand.
He backhanded it.
There's 80. Next one is
90 and some change. Probably 90. It'll start as 90.
90 plus.
90 plus, so. All right, keep the ball on the right flipper, and now here we go.
Oh, he missed it. I was about to say, I don't know way Andre misses this because he's Oh.
Come on, we need a ball on the right flipper again just to control that.
This is similar to the game Fishtails in terms of once you get to the big payoff,
It stays
all
there.
other scores
It just stays
pale
there.
in comparison.
It's like,
See, there, look at that 10 million loop right there.
Right, 'cause that's all his loop people already. So.
Yep.
Wow,
There's
he
a
hit
super-
one ball
maybe
into
a double?
the other
You think
one.
you got two there?
No, that's just
Oh,
one. But that was
97.
nice.
There's
And there
a-
it is.
there-
that should count. No, it didn't count.
There it is.
It didn't count.
Oh, there's
There it is. There's the third super. 100.
It's one of the great super jackpot calls of any
Right.
game too. When you wail on that super and you hear who it sounds like Gimli, but the voice doing it,
Right.
yelling super, and he's so excited and you're so excited. It's one of the great moments in
Another
pinball.
one. There it is. Maybe one more for the
1.1,
road. Oh.
110.
We're about to see our first billion on Indiana
Yeah.
Jones after the highest score was like 200 before
Yeah.
this.
Oh, that in lane's no problem when you've got a.
Oh, that looked like I was
he
going to
missed
give it to him.
He
but-
got even a half of 50 million on just Super Jets right there, and Super Jets run the entire ball, which should end now. Nope.
No.
Good work,
He's
Andre.
fine. He's about to mode up again. All right, locker mode.
That's the beauty
What do
of
we
this
think?
contest.
He's gonna lock
going to
it,
lock,
right? 'Cause
yeah,
it's right
he
there.
will. What?
Unless he
he's
wants to have some
stopping.
fun.
You know, he's got a question. Oh, there's a light out. He can't tell which mode it is because there's a light out.
All right.
He asked. Somebody told him. I don't know what he was told.
I wonder if it's not in the status
always
report,
like-
is
nope.
it? It's not in the status report?
It
Okay.
not It's always. But what you know? What right there? He could have watched the light graphics and see which one doesn't light. When you lock a ball, all the modes
Right.
flash.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we shall find out. Should he decide to go for a mode, or maybe he just lock the ball again and watch carefully for the animation. It looks like what he's going for.
Oh, and a
Oh,
little
bit
flipper
of-
error there,
little
but
bit,
my
but-
goodness, we'll give him that. It is the same voice actor doing the sound calls for this Super Jackpot as Gimli. That is,
Really?
what's the dude's name from Lord of the Rings? He's got 3 names.
Don't-
Josh, yeah. Josh is at home watching because he just texted me that little nugget of information. Thank you, Josh. Hope things are going well there. Right now, Dean's just trying to distance himself from players 3 and 4. If he gets to his supers, well, so be it. But
He just wants room. He just
Yeah.
needs room.
every point,
Because once again, Andre just put himself out of the stadium again.
Yeah.
So he was back. He was back in the neighborhood.
And,
Now he's gone again.
and Steve, both you and I are going to be entering this competition in a little bit, but
Right.
it doesn't seem to be getting easier.
No, not at all.
It seems to be getting harder.
Very much tougher.
Wow. How can it get tougher when Daniele Acciare is the 21st seed and Andy Rosa is the 20th seed?
Man,
There's a lot of really good pinball players here, and we've got this great assortment of games. Has anyone chosen Creature from the Black
there's
Lagoon
been
yet?
no creature. There's been no mousing around that I recall.
Well, mousing around, I understand. I'm surprised.
Right.
Creature was featured in a couple of Papa finals with some excellent, really exciting games, and it's controllable. I'm surprised. I bet we see a little more Creature as the day progresses. That's my prediction. It will be. Little backhand
Whoa,
mode.
backhand mode, and that was nice. Nice and simple.
The under does not pay. I don't know if he meant to do it, but
It looked like it.
it's John
Unless-
Rice Davies is the
Okay.
actors. I knew he had 3 names, and he wasn't a serial killer, so love his call on Super Jackpot. That's the takeaway there. All right.
Well, it's multi-ball.
Oh, look
for
at that.
Dean.
He hit the right ramp, but it wasn't
It
lit.
wasn't lit.
Boy, there's some irony.
Yeah.
How many
that
times
is-
did he want that
wow.
right ramp? There's one gone. All right. He's playing pretty conservative here. Surprised he
Get
didn't.
in there. All right, there it is.
now, all
Now,
right. Nice.
see the speed. How's the speed when it comes out?
Oh, you remember that? We've seen that dead bounce fail. There's nice pace. That's the one that went down the middle last game.
Whoa, nice save. Slap save
Yep.
is good.
Dean, it gets. All right, here it is
All
on the
right.
fly. Oh, he went
Oh,
for
he
it.
went
He
for it.
did. All right, now ramp. No,
You might wait for it to time out so you can
Left
put it
ramp.
back in there.
Left
Put it
ramp.
back in there.
Yeah,
Put it
that's
back in there. Nice.
Good decision.
Get out of there.
All right, now we're into the dreaded grace period.
Grace period.
Let's see if he gets a. Oh, is he doing a little nudge there to try to help it pop over?
A little bit, yeah.
See there, I think he was thinking
here,
left loop.
See here, his grace period is doubled here because he was when he
right when it's a double jack, it gives you longer. And really, the single jack, it's almost not even worth going for. I mean, if it's on the flipper, I guess you do. It's even after he still got it.
Good job.
It's pretty much done at this point. The light.
He's not gonna have enough time.
No, it's still strobing
there. I mean,
and even when that strobe goes out, you can
get 3 seconds of grace. But you'd have to hit it immediately. But I don't think it's gonna make it when it comes down off the bumper area here. Yeah, it's already done.
Josh Sharp is feeling more and more depressed as this game goes on because it would be his turn next. And I suspect he would be salivating at the games unplayed and the shots unmade at this point. So he did his work. He won the Louisville tournament a couple weeks ago. Beat his brother.
Right, on an epic game of
F-14. Another one.
F-14 game.
In fact, it was the exact same F-14 that Andre won his world championship on. I had forgotten that. I'm sure Josh had too, but he might remember. Oh, almost backhanded that thing.
I wonder what Josh would have chosen.
Hey, Josh, let me know what you would have chosen. We've got a lot of viewers who would be interested in this game that will not happen. Now, the rules were a little ambiguous. He was thinking about maybe not showing up, but picking a game and having Bowen plunge his balls and see how he does. I'll tell you, the way Big Game plays, maybe he doesn't lose. Maybe. But he has to actually have registered to win any money.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're just joining us, we are watching. Oh, look at that, Eternal
Life.
We are watching the Papa Circuit Finals. This is the culmination of a year of tournaments, and some of the very best players in the United States are playing together here. In every match, there is a winner who wins $100, and the loser is out. We are up to match number. We're in the double digits.
In the double digits of matches. Yeah, I guess we go by who is the highest rank that came in. That was number 10, Andre.
Yep.
Right.
So this is our 10th match, and we are watching Dean Grover from Stroudsburg, Colorado, as player 3. Also in this group is Raymond Davidson as player 4. Robert Gagno is player 2, and Andre Masenkoff, who picked the game, put up a bunch of super jackpots and has almost 1 billion points in hand. Once again,
Dean got his double.
Hey, he hit a ramp.
Hey, multi-ball was not kind to him except for that last shot, so that's good. That's going to put some distance between him and the other players. That's all he's looking for right now. Because he sees Andre at 900 and whatever it is million.
Yep.
But he just wants to get more distance.
I agree. At this point, he doesn't care about the $100. He just wants to play another round.
Yep.
His buddy Donovan Stepp will be joining him next round.
Wow, he's doing real well on the upper playfield there.
Yeah.
He's doing real well. He might go back up there. He is.
Once you find that shot, why not?
All right, you go in the pit and you get points.
Yeah.
Boom. Give me those points.
That's trouble here. Oh.
All right.
Nice.
He might go back up there and finish that one light.
Again, pinball. He looks very comfortable.
Because it's nice down the left. Boom. Done.
Extra ball when
Extra
it's
ball
off. I don't know if there's actual points there if it's not.
I don't think it would have turned on with that second completion, but.
Oh, I'm just saying the game doesn't give you points if the extra balls are off. You don't get anything for doing it.
But he's got his 2-ball lit now.
Yeah,
if he can hit that captive ball on the upper right corner, he can get it. He's going to go for it.
And if nothing else in that 2-ball, you can get your drops down and prep your next lock. So,
and
a little
super jets.
Oh,
nice.
Andre's 100 is not 100. Hell, they got to survive.
It's
on.
Yeah. If he can start this, he's got plenty of time.
Boom. Oh,
he still has plenty of time because he still got 10 pinball
I was gonna
seconds.
Say, even if he started multi-ball there, that 2-ball would have paused and been available at the end of multi-ball. So
he's still got plenty of time. He's got nice. He's gonna start this multi-ball now. It's good. Why not?
Don't forget about that other multi-ball. All right, no ball saver here. So you got to get your business done quick. So there's that sweet one.
He's on the third one. He's on the third jackpot now. If he can get that, the supers will be ready. Come on, Dean.
He wants to hear Rice Davies scream some more.
All right, there it is. He's got one in the lock for double jackpot.
And the neat thing is, after you collect it, it feeds the ball around to the left flipper for that first
That first super shot.
Oh, nothing's better than hitting that thing. Little 10 million max bonus. Pretty standard for the day.
All right.
All right,
you
he's
might
back
want
to
to wait for it
singles,
because it's going to come out.
No.
Okay.
Oh, he's got. I think he's doing a little wiggle there. Backhand.
Did it work? Oh, wow. Like it barely did.
That was
make,
a
but
99.
That one did.
Yeah, there's super. Boom.
Come on, super.
There it is.
That may not
Super.
have counted.
Yeah, no, he got it. He got it.
Did it count?
No.
because the
What
other
happened?
No, because the animation, the celebration was still happening
It
for his
doesn't
regular.
count it. Oh, and he double drains out. Yeah, he's smiling because
Yeah.
he knows it was all there.
The game was still excited about the
You
regular
can sometimes
jackpot.
get the super with the 2-ball also on the grace period.
Yep.
He didn't collect it. The only that's ball 2. His supers will still be lit if he can get back to multi-ball on ball 3.
I'm not sure about that. Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Because
He hasn't collected
He
it.
hasn't collected one.
Nope. He didn't collect. If he had collected one, then he would be all done. But because he didn't he didn't count that first one, it's still on the table for him. But he's got to get back to multi-ball on ball 3. It really has turned into 2 different games here for Ray, and player 4 is Robert.
We're just seeing a mode now.
Okay,
She
this
may
is-
ignore.
Oh, hit the gun.
Right,
Sorry.
guns points. Yeah.
It's a couple million. But
Yeah,
you know what?
but-
Couple million count right here.
Right now. Yeah. In the game versus Ray and Robert, a couple million might matter.
Actually, I don't think the gun in that mode counts till after you
No?
find Marion. Once you
Okay.
find her, you can.
then you pull the gun
yeah.
and shoot the guy. or
You don't
something.
wait. You don't want to waste
Yeah.
one of those valuable mode shots. So
All right.
Robert and Raymond are both fighting for their tournament life here. This is Robert Gagnon from Canada. That's ball 3. He did 2 balls. I
right.
do remember that. So Robert really would like to get a jackpot here and really put the pressure on
This
Raymond.
is his first one, so
Yep.
he's going to have some ball save forgiveness
See if
here.
Robert does a little skillful draining. Nope. You want to go after those
got the
targets.
target
There's
over.
nice shot.
One.
That's double.
Double.
All right, boom. Very
There's
nice.
the first one. Quick.
So-
Quick and easy. Targets down.
Raymond Davidson is really on the hot seat now at ball 3.
The second double is ready already. And
Oh.
down.
You see tremendous
Okay.
accuracy from Robert.
One more
He's
to go.
He's trying to get control again, and here it is. Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
he had it.
he
Little
did,
bit,
and he lost it. It's all right. Take your time now. There's
Now
no
he-
need to hurry.
Now he could have tried and quick shot that lock and would have given
I
the
agree.
double.
And the lock as well.
The double, the
Yeah.
lock, and the grace period.
That's
so,
an excellent point, Steve. I usually counsel take your time and
Mhm.
regroup, but in that particular moment, I think there's a lot of good value. Oh, it was going off the tip of the slipper there, and Robert
Oh.
intentionally did
tried to do
an
a
alley,
lane
a
pass.
Schatz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really hope Neil Schatz is at home in the Bay Area watching. Neil, if you are, text me. We miss you, Neil. We wish you were here. Neil Schatz, one of the all-time great players, Northern California. So great that probably before the Pinball Dictionary started,
Mhm.
Schatzing the in lane was one of the very first terms I identified with pinball. What's that mean,
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
Schatz in
What
in
is
lane?
that? Until I find out. Oh.
It's an alley
And then I
pass.
tried it. Like, oh wow, it really does work.
It works, and it's incredibly
It's
effective.
magic.
And if you ever are blessed with an opportunity to watch Neil play,
It's
it's
amazing.
incredible how often he uses it on every era of
Mhm.
game and every situation.
Right.
He calls it an alley pass. He
Right.
doesn't call it a Schatz.
Like,
but
don't play him on Gorgar. You lose. Okay. He will alley pass
Oh, my.
the
He'll-
both in lanes
max
to light
bonus.
the 50,000, and then you're done.
Yes.
And then he'll do it again.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing.
I love when he bang backs over Biff bars. That's high order for me. So Andre Masenkoff trying to pad his $100. He knows that Dean will have supers lit, and his lead is not. I'd say it's pretty safe, but it's not. It's not in the bank yet.
Not really. Yeah, not if Dean comes back with the supers. So
Yep.
that's the key.
Although he certainly got good value from his supers. And this is a long, long wait for Raymond Davidson as player 3 in last place by almost 1 billion points. I know it's hard. It's
it
hard
is,
to stay
but
focused, and
not only, I mean,
he's got 100 million. He's got to chase to just make Robert have
right,
to play.
that's his goal. I mean,
Yeah.
he can't even really look at
Yep.
the other two players.
No, he's not. He's just
got to
yeah.
look at not being last. Okay, so
But you need to have a plan,
Yep.
and you stick to the plan, and don't worry about the score. If you execute, things will fall into place.
All right, jackpot done.
Which jackpot was
Which
that?
one is that? Waiting for the lights to die down. That's the first one at 20.
Right, so he's got 2 more to go to get back to the supers.
And there's another one.
If he gets to his supers again, I'm gonna say it's in the bank. I know Dean could catch him, but I'm just saying. Oh, he's got the hurry up, 40 million, and the advantage
And the
here
lock.
is the counter doesn't start yet because he's in multi-ball, and usually the counter starts as soon as you hit a drop.
All right, he's out.
Oh, he left that. So if Dean beats him by 40 million, he'll look back to that shot. Yeah.
Now, I
There's
mean,
the bill.
It's in play. I mean, Dean's got half a bill to go, but each super can be worth 100 mil apiece.
I
so.
agree. If Dean hits 7 supers, he will take the lead. I need Bowen here to actually. I just made that up. It's somewhere around there with the 80-90.
He's close enough.
Yeah. But he also doesn't have any locks, so he could Path of Adventure. He would only need 78 Path of Adventures.
Right.
Again, I don't even think that gets
you're going to
you.
want to mode out and go for the billion.
At that point, Mark Steinman's going to run down there and turn the game off.
All right. Get those locks done.
Once again, we are here watching Papa Circuit Finals. This is Game 10 of a 28-game series, and I'm not even making that up. We've got some of the very best players in the United States who have been playing pinball all year long to be represented here. I say the U.S., the Europeans will also have their own circuit, I hear,
That's
coming
good.
up next year maybe.
Right, yeah.
Or thereabouts. To get a chance to play in this as well. Daniele Acciari from Italy got in by winning Northwest last year and then winning the circuit
all the way. Right.
So it's harder for them because these events are all U.S. based at the moment. Boy, Dean has trouble with that lock shot.
Yeah, he's hitting it finally. Okay,
so
he's hitting it.
Dean Grover is player 2. Andre Masenkoff is in the clubhouse with 1 billion points. The winner of this game, probably Andre. Sorry, Dean. Will win $100. The person who loses is out of the tournament. Right now, Raymond Davidson, as player 3, is way behind, over 100 million from player 4, who Robert Gagno. That's where we are right now. And
right, which lock is this?
Josh Sharp at
lock
home.
3.
Donovan Stepp. Oh,
lock
supers.
3.
Supers are lit. Come on, Dean, make it interesting. Oh, he did
what a
that.
pass. Good.
Boom. Oh, he missed it.
There's one.
1.
Control.
All right. If he gets
Give him
into
a ball
a rhythm, it's not going to happen.
He needed a ball on the right flipper.
All right.
All right, so now that's all done. So now he has to go
Modes.
do another complete
Modes.
lap of multi-ball
Modes.
or just mode up.
Come on, mode up now. What do you got to lose? Get to eternal. What's the final mode?
Eternal
called?
life. Eternal life,
Yeah.
Dr. Jones. For $1 billion. But you have to hit every shot in the game once.
Yeah, it's
Which is
one of the
doable.
hardest modes to complete, especially upper
because
playfield.
the upper playfield too. So
yeah, it's kind of like Shadow Final Battle that way.
All right. Again, Dean should still feel pretty good with 600 mil.
Yeah.
But
so Dean from Colorado, and the next player, Donovan Stepp, also from Colorado, has been pacing around waiting for his turn.
whoa, backhanded mode up.
Yeah.
All right.
He he likes that Path of Adventure. I could see him finishing this
He
thing.
definitely rocked it the last time.
It's good. Every path is 20 million. Well, if you hit all 4. All right, boom.
Okay.
Oh, he's sticking to
That
the plan.
one. Does 2. Now the plan is back to multi-ball.
Yeah, 3 more jacks and then another super. Ooh.
Hey,
Yeah,
might as
I
well
know.
get started.
Yeah. Settle in. Yeah, you're right. Enjoy it.
Yep.
He spent all year working hard. Dean was one of the bubble guys at Louisville and played his way into this tournament with an excellent finish in Louisville. Made it to the Final 4, actually.
Right.
And he beat everyone not with the last name of Sharp.
Right.
Unfortunately, there were 2 Sharps
there
there,
were 2
and
Sharps, and
you
they
know there
both-
could be 3 or 4 by the time Charlene is born.
All right, Ray. You got Well of Souls. Mode up, Ray.
I like it. Switch it. Switch the plan. Hit the.
Does he see it?
Hit
Come on, does he see it? Does he see it? Mode up.
I don't
Ray.
know.
Mode
Is
up.
he-
Yes, he knows. He got
Wow,
it. Very good.
Good. I like the switch.
Very
up.
good.
Look, he even he
He
cracked
knew
a
it.
smile.
Oh yes. Come on, Ray.
Ray can absolutely
Shoot
blow this
every
thing up.
center shot ever.
You just want to make Robert play his third ball.
Come on, you need control. Because there's like no ball save for this thing.
Nope.
It looks
No,
like
as
it
soon
is,
as-
but there
yeah.
isn't.
No.
So he's already lost 1.
There's
2
2
down.
He's got 4 in play.
3.
Now he's down to 3.
Okay.
Is there 1? Yep.
It's not just slowly but surely 6 million at a no, he's only
It's
got
not.
2 in play. He's only got 2 in
Oh,
play.
the game, I think, thought there was one. No, don't. All right, he takes his free lock
Took
there.
it. That's not going to count. That was too soon. Nope, he got it. He did get it. Did get the lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a 20 million. That's a disappointing well. You can usually get at least a 60 out of it if you can get some in early. The value decreases.
He does have a video mode lit ready as the next one.
Which one? Oh,
nice. No danger.
All right, settle here. You need a moment. All right. What? Oh, yeah, but that medallion one, it's the hardest of the video modes.
So, and he's on lock 2, so take it.
Yeah, you go into multi-ball now. You basically got to survive one more hit of the drop targets, control, and lock. Ray really wants it. Let's see if he can get it. I'm sure all his
Step
buddies
1
in
done.
Seattle are watching.
Hit the target. Step 2. No whammies. That's right. All right.
Oh.
All right. Video mode.
Hey, it's
Need
free
these
points.
Get these points. Yes. Oh, that guy in the middle is going to harm him.
Yeah. No, he's doing good.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah,
He's got 2 hits left.
He's got the medallion. Boom. There's the medallion.
16, 17, and then nope.
He
needed one more
I thought
at
he
least.
needed a few more.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Catch this.
Oh,
nice.
Raymond.
Make this shot, and he's back in it. All
Nice.
right.
Oh, he's
That's
happy
right.
about it. All right. Second multi-ball. He's got, or is this only his first? It's probably only his first.
First one, he's got ball
He's
save.
got ball save. He wants to really get that double lit quickly. He's going for the double. Boom.
Double is
All right.
ready.
Yeah.
Double is done.
Oh, there it is. Now he's playing some pinball. Did he just get another one?
No, you
That
got
was
the
the
target
delay.
down.
Yeah.
Double is. Oh no, it didn't go in. But he does have the double ready still.
He's
because he drained with the double
he's still
lit.
in last place right now.
Bounce
Oh,
it
he's got his
over.
mode points.
Okay,
Don't
double
tilt
shot.
your mode points.
Double shot.
Nah. No. All right, settle. Use this ball to stop the other ball.
All right.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. Oh,
Mode up.
All right.
Nice
Yeah.
shot. I mean, nice forehand, and it's not bouncing out.
All right, Steal the Stones is, he went on the fly.
Two ball
Two balls
time.
lit. Oh, he wanted it right there. Dead bounce. Oh, nice live catch. Yeah.
It's not working.
Ramp. Use the ramp.
It's not
Use
working.
the ramp.
Oh.
Raymond.
The post pass is not
I think
working.
Robert, he's still got a chance. I think with bonus, he's got 40 in bonus, 47. Oh, 54.
He
Robert
does have
still
to
has
play.
to play. He has a chance.
Definitely
Ooh,
has
and
to
it's-
play.
We saw earlier today Dave Stewart and who was he playing with? Jason Wardrick.
Right.
And Jason just
Combined
needed
scores of like 22 million. and
just needed
10
this
million.
game can really dry up for you. So let's see what Robert can do.
Nice catch.
Lovely live
okay.
catch.
Puts it in the mode
up,
for video mode.
up,
It's over.
Mode up.
Mode up.
He's going for
Go
locks.
for the lock.
And, he
And
is
that is
done.
it. It's over.
That's one of those decisions I was
That
talking
is
about
a-
with Robert.
Yeah,
that he will choose differently. But that was a wonderful match. That was great.
That was great. Wow.
So
Great
all right.
score by Andre. Well deserved.
Let's see what initials he
entry.
put in. And
$1
Robert
billion.
Gagno is eliminated. Raymond Davidson did his good work on ball 3 and survived. And that's the key to this match, is to survive. Donovan Stepp and Anastasia Steinman are up now. Okay, we had trouble going to the mic. Are we going to try again? All right, we're going to No. Donovan, what are you going to pick? The mic's not working. Just speak up. What are you going to pick? No. You'll have to get the director's cut to hear what Donovan had to say. Donovan's one of the nicest guys in pinball. I'm sure whatever he's saying, he's being charming and funny. And if you ever get a chance to play against Donovan in a tournament, you're in trouble because he's that good. And if you don't get a chance to play, you should go up and meet him because he's the nicest guy. He got me into pinball like almost a decade ago now.
I wonder what he's saying. It's such a mystery.
We'll never know.
Well, we'll know in a few minutes.
For those viewers at home who lip read, please let us know what Donovan had to say.
What did he pick?
We don't know what he picked. So, Steve, we will find out what he picks, and we are going to take a little break here because this thing is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right, and we're up soon. I'm up and then you're up.
Oh,
so
we got to go play.
we gotta go
And you know
play.
what? I don't think I have to do the mode thing. There's been plenty of modes played, so I'm
Okay.
going to go back to Plan A.
All right.
So it's been fun. Thanks for listening. Continue to listen. It's going to get even more exciting.
All right. Thank you.
So it looks like we're queuing up Mousing Around, and we got some. Is this our first time on Mousing Around today? I think it might be. I'm excited to see a game of Mousing Around. I personally love this game. We found this game in a junkyard. No, this is not a story I'm making up. We actually literally found this game in a junkyard. I drug it out of the back of a warehouse. It was covered with probably about a half-inch of dust, and it was not working correctly at all.
Now, how did you fit this game inside the junkyard? Aren't they the same size?
No, I was actually talking about a junkyard, you know, where people like me go and scrounge around and dig up stuff out of the ground.
Was there a toaster gun in this junkyard?
Let me see. I pulled a Whitewater, oh my goodness. I pulled a couple other machines that were just lying around in this junkyard. And now it's become a Papa tournament game, so I'm very proud of that.
Just joining us, John Raplogle, Bowen Cairns, joined by Jeff Parsons.
Hello.
Jeff, where are you from?
Everyone's like, Jeff who? Huh? What? I'm from Maine, Portland, Maine. Work for a radio station up in Portland, Maine. Came out here for Pinburg. Very excited to get into that tomorrow. Long drive last night. Very tired, but here I am. I'm going to see what we can do here. And well, I guess we're going to play Mousing Around for the first time today.
Absolutely. This means that 6 out of the 7 games have been picked. The only one not picked yet is Creature of all things.
I would have thought people would be playing that one. I can't imagine people haven't gone for that yet.
That's a shocker.
It's a classic.
Indiana Jones seems to be what everybody wants to play, but Creature is definitely one of my favorites anyway.
Yeah, have you ever played Mousing Around before or seen it?
I've played it up in Pelham, New Hampshire. There's a great arcade called Pinball Wizard Arcade that has one, and it's a great game. Is I have to ask, I don't know, is Steve Ritchie the voice of the guy that's
Crazy Bob or
yeah, whatever he is? It sounds just like
mouse around.
he seems to do all the voices on games.
Yeah, Steve Ritchie, designer of AC/DC, of Spider-Man, of High Speed, all sorts of classics as well. A lot of people don't know he's the voice from Mortal Kombat as well.
Oh yes, that's right.
So the fatality voice.
The Get Over Here voice, too?
Get over here. Yeah,
Get
all
over
of those voices, those deep voices. If you see a Bally Williams game, basically from any time, that deep voice is his. He's the skull on No Fear. He's the announcer in AC/DC, and he kind of adds his little touch to all of his games. So Mousing Around has a few interesting features. There's a left loop around for points that a player can rack up some stuff, but the primary goal is these mousetrap letters on the left and the right. And you see Donovan aiming for that. Donovan stepping up. Donovan Step from Colorado area. He's made the Papa World Championship Finals twice. And just all around a great player. Have you played it against Donovan at all?
Donovan's a wonderful player. He is really at the top of his game when he's under pressure. And, gosh, Donovan, he does this little dance, which I love. And there's really not much that can beat a player who's in the game like Donovan is. Because Donovan, actually Andre is also one of those players that gets into the groove of the moment and really performs his best.
Very animated. So what's the basic goal? How's the best way to get points on this game?
So Donovan's doing the right thing here. He has completed the letters in Mousetrap, which light the left and right loops there for the orange traps. And he's about to start a 3-ball multi-ball. Goal of this multi-ball is to put balls back into the 2 traps, and then a ball around the back loop where it says swoosh, which will score a jackpot. So there it is, 2 traps, ball comes out, and if you can put that ball up around the mouse hole in the back, which is hard to see on the overhead, but you can see it lit up with a yellow light in the back. Big long shot all the way back. Wow. Really terrific save there to keep multi-ball active.
Oof.
And you got to go all the way around in the back, but the jackpot is lit. And the jackpot value is 1.5 million. A player can advance the jackpot value by completing the letters in cheese, which is done by making pretty much any shot, the ramps, the loops. Oh, that was pretty.
Nice. Ooh. Very nice save.
Big slap.
And right before that slap, he post-transferred a ball while the other ball was coming in order to give himself a clean shot at the jackpot. And that was just timely play, just knowing exactly what to do in the moment of where that ball was. Every time you complete cheese, you get a reward. In this case, it's $350, which is not nothing to sneeze at. And you also advance the jackpot value for the next multi-ball if you get back around to it. Jeff, do you have any favorite games?
My favorite right now is Star Trek, the new Star Trek from Stern. I just, first of all, I'm a Star Trek fan, so that suckered me in right there. But I just love the flow of that game. That's a Steve Ritchie game, too. In all his games, it's boom, hit a ramp, get back to a flipper, hit another ramp, do this shot. And the game forces you to actually make these shots. There are options, I guess, in that game you can time out modes, which basically mode is a session in the game where you're completing shots to make a score points, and they're timed. And a lot of people will time out those modes in some games to try to advance further for more points. But in this game, it actually entices you to actually keep making these shots to build up the points that you would be getting within that mode. And it's kind of that thing that we talk about, risk reward. It's like, do you want to keep going and building these shots up, or do you want to hang on and wait until that mode is over to advance and further towards getting to Kobayashi Maru multi-ball in this case, which is completing all the modes and having a multi-ball to earn more points there. And I just love the way that's set up. It's just giving you the options.
Yeah, and that requires a heavy dose of balance on the part of the software designer, Lonnie Ropp in this case, the head designer, but others involved as well there. And here's another jackpot from Donovan. He ends that multi-ball. There are opportunities to get more than one jackpot per multi-ball. He's picked up one jack each time, and a total of 5.9 million. Fantastic outlane save. While you were talking there about Star Trek, he made a gorgeous save off of the sidewall and back into play.
It's not surprising to see. I mean, Donovan's shooting accuracy may not be as high as some of the other top players in the world, especially thinking of Daniele, but his saves, we sit around watching on camera waiting for him to do something amazing as far as a save goes.
I think that's one of my weakest parts as a player that I still need to develop, is learning to save and learning how to save without risking a tilt. I'm always afraid that I'm going to push it too much and tilt the game and lose the ball and any bonus I might have, but I gotta get a little braver, I think.
The only way to be sure is to tilt.
To tilt, exactly, yeah.
You don't know until you do it.
Yep.
And last month, we saw a shake save by Josh Sharp on a Congo where he slid the game at least a foot to the right, but the timing of it and the energy of the tilt meter, the tilt bob, that tells you whether it's tilted or not.
You saw right there, the
worked
save
out.
got a double danger.
That was a danger save. And it's a tight tilt on the game. You can still get away with the moves. And if you don't move the game, you're going to just watch it go down and lose, basically. Now, how did you learn how to nudge?
It was growing up. I played pinball ever since I was old enough to stand on a chair and see over the edge. And I'd watch. I played at a restaurant in the town I grew up, and I'd watch some of the guys play this, and they'd shake the machine, and I'd be in awe because I knew that if you shook it too much that you'd lose the ball and you'd tilt. But these guys, they had sort of a rhythm to it that they knew exactly how much they could shake it without getting rid of it. And through the years, I'm still not there. I'm so fearful of that tilt. But I've learned that through hitting it just the right moment or just a certain way that it's not gonna. You're not in as much danger as you might think you might be.
Now, I think I'm looking at Raymond play here, and he appears to be suffering from a little bit of lack of rules knowledge because he didn't know that you can actually spot all the letters for cheese the first time through by going over the inlanes after a ramp. So I think he is suffering a little bit from a lack of rules knowledge on this game.
Yeah, we have set up a little harder than usual. I think perhaps even to the point where the spot target will move around to be mean to you, like taking that left loop around on sort of normal settings would allow you. And there's a jackpot for Raymond Davidson, $2 million. And if you're just joining us, this is the Papa Circuit Final. Bowen Cairns with John Replogle and Jeff Parsons, and we're watching Mousin' Around, a game from 1990. The winner of this game will win that $100 bill you see on the screen, and the fourth place player will be eliminated. We do this all the way till we make a Final Four, and in the end, someone will win $2,500 and a awesome belt.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a picture of that belt a little later in the broadcast. I think that thing weighs about 25 pounds.
Everybody wants to wear the belt. Everybody.
Is Raymond big enough to wear the belt? Well, he's not even the youngest competitor. He's age 21, currently on spring break. He and Kevin Burrell came down during their break, and they're like, this is the perfect week to have this event. We can all come down and enjoy. And maybe not the way you want to spend your spring break in 20-degree weather in Pittsburgh, but exactly what they wanted.
I think it's great that these young players are so into pinball. I mean, all three of us, we kind of grew up on it, but these guys got into it in a time when pinball was not. I mean, you didn't find it in arcades, you didn't find it in bowling alleys. They got into it, and I think because of that, pinball's now seeing a resurgence. Especially with everything that the folks here at Papa do to help promote the sport, basically. It's really starting to take off again, and I love seeing it with the young kids getting into it.
I think the access also is a lot easier now than it was 5 years ago. There seem to be more locations, and more locations with great pin. And there's even online options like the Pinball Arcade from Farside and Zen Studios game. There's plenty of chances now for players to get into it.
And players will get so good on those online games. Meanwhile, we're watching Raymond just go ramp.
That was an online game right there. What was that? 7 straight shots there?
That was impressive.
Now, he's getting points for that, but he's also advancing the jackpot value so that when he does get back to Mousetrap multi-ball, he will have a higher value for jackpot completion.
As I was saying, the online stuff said people think, wow, I'm so good at this. Let me go try the real thing. And suddenly you find out, wow, this is a little more challenging than the online version of it. The real thing is, it's real. It does things you don't expect. Live catch, winner.
Live catch and then an immediate one-timer. Like another player might have let that completely settle to a trap. Ray's a flow player, and that was very strong right there. He's in it. This is a great response ball to Donovan's strong ball one.
What's to someone getting new into pinball? What do you mean by a trap? What's the advantage of doing something like that as opposed to just flipping the ball away?
So when you flip the ball away, especially if you're just doing it as a reaction shot, it's like, oh, ball, boom, fire. You don't have no idea where it's going. Brand new players to pinball may not realize that the timing they push the buttons controls where the ball goes. He's not making 7 ramps in a row for nothing. He is timing that flip very accurately to make that happen. And so one goal of the game is to make shots, and then when the ball's out of control, to catch. And with 2 balls, there's a jackpot from the left there to catch a ball in a flipper, and then you can time your shot more carefully to get it up. I find that balls trapped, like the one he has there, I'm more likely to make the next shot than from a moving ball. But sometimes a moving ball at a specific speed is good too, because you're consistently seeing it return to you at one speed. Like right there, when he has a ball trapped on either side, he can make a decision about what ball to do what with, and the jackpot's lit again. But trapping up, and the simplest trap is to just hold your flipper up and hope the ball comes to rest on it. And then if it does, you get to then control what to do. But there are also all sorts of catches that I never learned any of those catches until I saw somebody else do it, like you're saying with nudging.
It was, yeah, same with me. I was kid in my chemistry class in high school. I watched him do a post pass, which is trapping the ball on one flipper and just flipping it just enough so it bounces off the bottom of those slingshots you see right above the flippers. And I was amazed. Like, I had no idea you could do that. I'd been playing pinball for 6-7 years at that point and realized that there was all of a sudden a lot more to it I didn't know about.
That's when you talk about Ray and others being able to pick up and get to a high skill level quickly. Some of the access to players and to gameplay video as well as just routine. And he just lost the ball over the flipper there. Wow.
That was an
Great
amazing
ball.
ball.
Amazing ball. And, you know, his reaction was kind of like, well, that's pinball.
And see,
That was off the flipper, vertically in the air, over the flipper, and down.
And that's one thing you won't see on simulations. It's like every time that ball hits the flipper, there's no way they don't plan for that. The randomness seems to be gone from that. I mean, they're fun to play, but you know, when you're playing one of these games at a simulation, you know if a ball comes to a flipper, it's going to do the same thing every single time. Where in the real deal, who knows what's going to happen?
I actually had opportunity to talk to one of the people who works on these games on the simulation side, and they said they actually can program that.
Really?
They choose not to, because a player seeing that happen on a simulation will feel that the game has done something completely unfair.
Right.
Like, that would never happen in real life. That's bull.
Uh-huh.
I'm not playing this game anymore. This is not real pinball. When real pinball is exactly that. And you can't do that with a pinball. You can't say that's bull because it just actually happened right in front of you.
Right. I mean, because it can't be faking it. It has to have actually happened. This is the real world. The ball is gone, and you're mad.
Have you heard any of the stories and theories people have about the ways the pinball game is deliberately screwing you over?
Well, I mean, okay, pinball players are very superstitious to begin with. I mean,
Yes.
I think you've given the introduction to Pinburg. We hope that all of your balls are lost because of mechanical malfunctions, but sometimes you get screwed. It happens. I mean, it's real, but not all the time.
What about the magnets in the outlines to drive your ball off the side?
I think there's actually people who've probably tried that.
It's funny because when the Addams Family came out, finally the one guy at my arcade who was always complaining about magnets in the machine, he complained about that game. He's like, yes, finally,
Told
they're
ya.
showing us the magnets. I'm like, no.
See? I told you. All this time, I've been right. See?
Look at that. That magnet just threw the ball. Like, yes, that's right. It's all part of the grand plan.
I wonder if in the original design for the Addams Family, when they were thinking about that, if they were thinking about that very theory that people believed that there were magnets in the outlanes.
I'm sure Pat Lawler, who designed, or somebody said, you know what? People always say we have magnets. Well, let's put them in there then. Then what are you going to do?
I think after that, the only way you can do is to have magnets that the player gets to control instead. Yeah. Here's Andre Masenkoff from San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh,
my
beautiful
goodness.
save.
Goodness
Beautiful.
gracious. Huge save right off the bat. Not even a warning. And that is just wicked skill right there. Same kind of save off that wall. There's a wide wall on the right there. And he saves it on the left again.
When I watch Andre, it amazes me because I say this as he actually stops the ball, but he's one of not as much of a controlled player as some people, and he will flip that ball, but when he flips it away, it's almost like he knows what he's doing. It's that kind of play that you're always on the edge of your seat for that to happen.
I think our viewers should take notice of the players that are playing now because there's a lot more flow in these players. When we get to the later rounds, you're going to see particularly Zach Sharp and Keith Elwin, which are the polar opposite of Andre Masenkoff. They're both very controlled players. They'd rather see a ball on the flipper than going anywhere else. Well, actually, that doesn't sound right.
Well, we've got almost a complete set of flow players now.
Right. Dean's a pretty flowy player too, and definitely Donovan and Raymond are.
Yeah, this is the Papa Circuit final. You're watching Donovan Stepp from Colorado play on Mousin' Around. And the winner of this game will get a $100 bill. See it right there on the game. The fourth place finisher is eliminated, and we go that far till we crown a champion. And Dino setting up for his third multi-ball. It's funny, Dean and Donovan. Donovan goes by Dino. They play in the league together. They're really nearby one another. They play together all the time. It can be very confusing talking to them because one of them is Dean.
Well,
and the other
does
one is
Dean
Dino.
go by Donovano then? I mean,
Maybe you have to remove the O, so it's Dinovan. Oh, that was nice there. 2 locks back to back there. He's got the jackpot ready, and those balls kick right back out again. So it's dangerous, and you got to. That was a nice move there, with the sort of fishing of the ball there. So what is he doing when he does that?
I can never explain Donovan because every time I watch Donovan play, I learn something I've never known about pinball. Gets a jackpot, but then he's out of multi-ball now, though. So.
And there, the jackpot was $1 million there. This is the effect of completing the word cheese. Every time you complete the word cheese, you raise the jackpot for the next multi-ball. So when Raymond had his big multi-ball, he had a $2.5 million value from cheese. Remember, he was looping that ramp that you see Donovan making now. Shooting that ramp enough times will give you a cheesy bonus. Cheesy.
That's a cheesy reference, Bowen, for a cheesy bonus.
I can't do the Cartman voice. Give me my cheesy boots.
I'm not going to try, because if I try and butcher it, it'll be there forever.
So Jeff, you say you've been playing for so many years. What is it about pinball that keeps you coming back to it then?
Honestly, it's from my childhood. I went to. I had she was almost like a grandmother. She ran a restaurant in the town I grew up in, and every time I would go in, she would give me quarters to play the pinball machines there. We had incredible Hulk, the Gottlieb, Mata Hari was there, and the one that I remember the most was Flash Gordon. I would just play that. That thing would just scream to me, Emperor Ming awaits, and I'm like, I gotta play. And it's just the memories I had as a kid of playing these games, and I played them on and off through college, and then it kind of died off at that point, and then found out that there was a guy up in Maine by the name of John Reuter who was putting on tournaments locally. I'm like, wow, people are still playing. I got to get in on this. And went over, started playing, got to know John, and he runs a great tournament every year called Pin Mania up in Gorham, Maine, and been playing with those guys up there in Maine in the New England Pinball League now for about 4 or 5 years, and I just love it. I'm really into it now. I know much more about the game than I used to, and much more. This is I believe the 4th time I've come out here to the Papa facility, and Pinburg, which of course starts tomorrow, is just I think the best tournament that I play in. Just 400 players, everybody plays for 2 days at least. Everybody's got a shot, and last year actually I got lucky, I think, and I managed to finish 4th in the C division, and just had such a great time last year. I can't wait to do it again tomorrow.
A little bit of hardware, and then a harder assignment. So this year you got to play A or B to move up and see how you perform.
Yeah, I took a look at the seating. I'm like, really? Are you? This can't be right. This just it can't be. But yeah, it'll be different. It would be. I'm in B, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be fun anyway.
Oh,
double
drain.
A second ago, we were watching Donovan play multi-ball, and he had a ball cradled on his left flipper, and the other ball bounced over into the shooter lane. Now, you're probably wondering why he actually plunged the ball and not just leave it there and keep playing with the one ball. in competition rules, you are required to replunge the ball if it goes back into a shooter lane. You can't just sit there and play a one-ball multi-ball.
Yeah, definite competitive advantage, and it was too much on lock, really. And if there are some games where you can skillfully put the ball back in the plunger during multi-ball, but then it just adds too much of an advantage to the player who pulls it off. But that was a strong ball and a little bit of a train drain, or as Adam Lefkoff would call it, simultaneous event.
I love that phrase. That's a great turn of the tongue.
And actually, what's great about that is Adam will use that phrase a lot. That phrase was coined by Donovan.
Was it?
So Donovan had the simultaneous event, as he would say if he were here. Oh. He really takes it in stride. I mean, he didn't get upset. He just like, yep, there we go.
Yeah, I find most of the players, they may get upset, but I think for most of them it passes pretty quickly. I got to say, pinball players are the most generous and people you will ever play with. It's not, everyone wants everybody to win, and that's one of the things I like about coming out here is everyone's rooting for you, even if they're playing against you. They're all rooting for you. It's a great community.
I get pretty mad at the game I get pretty mad for about 5 or 10 seconds. I'm on a 7-second delay, I think. Josh Sharp, who would have played in this round, he actually is not here. He's the other person who maybe belongs in the 7-second delay policy. But he's back at home in Illinois with his wife, about to have a second child.
Yeah.
Any day now, and we warned him 9 months ago when Pinburg in the circuit final would be, but apparently.
Wow. Josh, if you're listening at home,
congratulations.
Congratulations and best of luck. We miss you having you here in Pittsburgh.
We'll be here rooting on Zach. And yeah, just a month ago, Josh prevented Zach from tying Keith Helwin for the #1 seed in circuit final by beating him out in the finals at Louisville.
Yeah, so the story is that Josh is in Illinois right now, awaiting. Actually, Zach took him out back and just broke his knees, so he couldn't come now. That's probably exactly what happened. So we don't know the truth of the matter, but we'll get to the bottom of it before it's over.
Investigative reporters are on it right now.
Top men.
Top men are working.
Oh my! We put Indiana Jones in the bank, so we're going to have some horrible Indiana Jones references. Meanwhile, Andre steps back up. He's not in last place, but effectively he's nowhere. And once he gets the flow, though, this is going to be a rocking ball.
He just needs some cheese.
Yeah, and to light the multi-ball again, you have to complete the letters in the words mousetrap. And the way we've set up the game is generally very difficult for players to earn those letters by making shots. So they have to hit those targets on the left and on the right. To spell out mousetrap, that'll light the 2 locks on left and right. The center shot, which is also part of strategy on some games in Mouse and Around, has been made far more difficult than normal through added posts. So in general, all of the players have avoided that so far. I haven't seen anyone aim for the center ramp, although Andre promptly hits the center ramp.
I think he heard you, Bowen.
Andre won the Papa 14 World Championship a few years ago, including 4 or 5 shots off a dangerous center bank back-to-back that he saved. And it speaks to his strengths, like his reaction time and just recovery and knowing where the ball is. Like, he was on that move right there on that left out lane before the ball was ever over there, knowing that he was going to have to make a specific move to pull that ball back. And then he pulled the specific move he needed right at that moment.
That's the kind of skill in players that just amazes me, how they can be ahead of the ball. So, knowing where, what they'll need to do and where it's likely to go. That's the skill I wish I could learn.
There's a lot more anticipation in reaction time than you might expect. For new players, the skill that those players need is to drop the flipper as soon as they flip away. It's equivalent to a baseball player swinging the bat and then watching the ball go instead of running to first base. Drop the flipper, because when you bang off a target, the ball is going to scream right back at you, and if your flipper is up, you have no opportunity to do anything but watch. and it's can be difficult to get used to that. But once you're used to it, you'll see that you're able to save balls that you wouldn't have otherwise. Beyond that, though, then there's just anticipation of where is the ball going. If it bounces off here and here and here, and then influences your nudging decisions much further up the playfield. It influences your shot making. And boy, we're seeing some great shots here by Andre. Bad bounce there.
Ooh.
Oh, and a drain that he really didn't want there because the jackpot was lit for another 10 seconds or so.
And he was just pounding on the left loop, so he was definitely building that up.
Mm-hmm. The left loop is worth up to $250,000 a shot, so if you can get that grooving, you can just pound it for $250,000. And in the multi-ball, you've got 2 balls, so you can send both balls around the loop, or you can have more opportunities to make the shot before it times down again. But that was good, though. He's got over $3 million.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough of a score that there's going to be a lot of pressure. Meanwhile, though, Donovan, I think, is thinking about the money in front of his face.
He's got a long way to go. He's got another $8 million to chase down Ray. And Ray really clearly knows this game very well, although Donovan too.
Yeah, I was incorrect on my previous assumption that, oh, boy.
Not too much he could do there. It was a shot up the right ramp that didn't go all the way around. Not quite strong enough. And that 3/4 ramp return puts the ball completely out of control. Difficult to gather, and he was unable to regather. So what do you do now if you're Ray?
Rinse, repeat. I mean, what would you do, Jeff?
I'm still trying to see what's going on. Wait a minute. Which one's Ray?
Ray is the guy with
Ray's
18
playing right now.
million.
Right now, okay. Make sure.
He's got a big honking score.
So yeah, just do what's working. I mean, obviously he's got it down. I mean, he's been making that loop pretty consistently. I would just keep going with that and stick with what's working.
Oh, I mean, it flies in the plunger lane again.
My thought process would be I'd celebrate because I'm moving on to the next round.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't look at that $100 bill staring me in the face. I would just go with it. Because that seriously, guys, that's the worst tease ever.
Ben Franklin staring at you. Come on.
Ben's just saying, come on, don't trade the ball.
Ben's like, just cross your fingers and this $100's yours. That was nice there. So there, he deliberately plunged soft to give the ball to his flipper to make a quick shot to the left hole. Players can control the plunge. Most players who are new to pinball just pull the thing back and fire it as hard as they can. But a lot of games have a skill shot or opportunity to score points by choosing it. Have you ever played any flipperless games, Jeff?
No, honestly, I haven't. I've seen them, but I look at them and like, I don't know. It looks too much like gambling to me.
Yeah, and actually, the reaction from the public was generally that it was a gambling game because there was so little apparent skill in it. There was skill, and you could nudge. That was all. There was so little apparent skill that the game was banned in most major U.S. cities, including New York, Chicago, L.A., as a gambling device.
The flipperless games to me just look like Plinko. You drop the puck and hope you win $10,000.
There is plenty of skill in Plinko, sir.
interestingly enough, to this day, a lot of cities treat pinball machines as gambling devices for the purpose of licensing and taxation. So you actually will see a lot of cities that still have the old laws in the books. Now you're allowed to have them, but you still have to pay for them like they were a cherry machine or something like that, which is sort of weird.
Yeah, in New York City, at least in the 90s, I don't know whether it's been removed since, but you weren't allowed to win free games. You could win extra balls, but the replay had to be shut off completely because the replay was a monetary reward for playing the game.
And if I remember right, in some places you were not allowed to have a match sequence on the game because the match was literally considered, like, you couldn't prove that wasn't gambling. And that one actually has some merit in truth because, you know, it's based on a random number. So randomly you're going to win 1 in
maybe 10 times.
Basically, what a match is for those that are new to pinball is you at the end of the game will give you 2 numbers, and if those 2 numbers match the last 2 numbers in your score, you get a free game. That's been around for years, and that's why when you drain your last ball, you never walk away, because you might actually end up be given a free game. And I guess that's another thing that's unique to pinball. I remember playing in the arcades as a kid, and Pac-Man never gave you an extra game, but you could play F-14 Tomcat, and if you were good enough, then you got a high score, and you'd be given a free game.
That was definitely one of the things that drew me to play more pinball when I was young. There were every so often there were a couple of video games that would give you free games for playing well, and when fighting games like Street Fighter 2 became popular, the better you were at the game, the longer you could last, and you weren't going to be you weren't going to lose until somebody head-to-head KO'd you. So there was financial incentive to get better at the game.
Yep.
But pinball has had that for really since its inception. And someone in the chat room's commenting, there were pinball games built in the 40s and 50s that would pay out up to 600 or 999 credits.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And it's like, well, is somebody really going to play 999 free games?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're more likely to get paid off. So the reaction of it being a gambling device for some was not unfounded.
What was that little dance there?
That was the Ray Day.
That was the I have a massive score and nobody's going to catch me dance.
That was the moving on up to the next round dance. That was the cheesy dance. So he's advanced his cheese jackpot to $3 million. The next completion of cheese will make it $4 million. And this is just
That live catch
sort
is
of
amazing.
icing.
So what do you do if you're a player? You're playing against this guy, and he's running up a score that's crazy. You think there's no way you're ever going to beat it. How do you approach your final ball when you're in that situation?
Well, the first thing to remember is it doesn't matter what his score is. It only matters what the guy who's in third place's score is. And you don't want to be the guy who's in fourth. So, and then you can look at, after you cross all that off, survival is everything, and then the $100 is a bonus.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, for me, I actually tend to ignore my opponent's play altogether if possible. Unless I am looking for some specific information like how is that feed working, or in what way is my opponent missing a shot, or did that live catch did it look easy, or was it really challenging?
Right.
Other than that, I don't really gain anything from watching my opponent play except stress.
I'm coming around to that school of thought. You get the information you need to get, and then go away and sit down.
Because you watch Ray, or even watching Dino play his first ball, you could say, "Oh my God, he just put up 3 jackpots on ball 1." But if instead it's $7 million, all of a sudden it isn't attached to tasks. It's attached to just a number. It's like chasing the replay score you're already doing when you play pin in an arcade.
Ooh.
A fumble there, but whatever.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
29 at least.
Somebody had asked me in our local Pittsburgh Pinball League, what do you do when you're down by, we were talking about a Stern game, you're down by 100 million points. I was like, you make the next shot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all you can do. You get yourself a plan,
Right.
and then you make one shot at a time, because you can't get there in one shot.
Yeah, and I think you see the same thing from real pro athletes in a football game where a team has a 21-point lead. It's not insurmountable. You just make your next play, move on. You get a chance. You can't score 21 points in one shot. You can't score. What is that? It's 10,548,920,961. Now this is a weird feature of these Bally games from the around 1990, where if you got 8-digit scores running together, you could just you can't tell whose score is whose because the numbers are too big.
Well, I'd say Donovan has the high score.
Yeah, he's over 10 trillion. That's going to be hard to beat.
10.
I don't know. I think Andre can do it.
And that'll be all for Dean Grover.
Yeah.
Dean, who put on a great run to get to the circuit final. He is known as the Reaper and the Ghost locally in Colorado. He will exit the circuit final here in the 10th round. That means that Donovan Stepp and Andre Masenkoff will advance, as well as Raymond Davidson. Interestingly, we've played 10 rounds now, and no player yet has been one and done. So when player comes in, they're cold. It's they could easily just finish last right out, but no one has done it. 10 for 10. The person who had the top choice in their first game in has survived it.
That's really a surprise because that cold effect usually affects players pretty heavily. And there was a survivor tournament the other night for the second of the pre-Pinburgs, and I think almost half the players were one and done during that tournament. So.
Right. I think it's a testament to the quality of the players that they can step up and be in the correct mindset at the moment of their first ball. And we saw it even from the very beginning of the day. Did you get a chance to see Daniele play?
I did not. No, I wasn't here in time, unfortunately. He won this last year, correct?
He won this last year from start to finish, being in the first game. And his first ball this morning, he put $45 million on Metallica just at the drop of a hat.
Wow.
It was an announcement. It's like, I am here.
And I think it was heard. I mean, I think the other players were completely intimidated by that, and the other scores were a little light compared to that.
Daniele ran into some bad breaks on Grand Prix and was eliminated against Kaylee George, Bob Matthews, and Andy Rosa, I believe.
Sounds about right.
And all three of those players, all four of them are out at this point because it just takes one and done. You finish last in a game, you're out.
Well, I mean, I guess that's sort of a testament to what a performance that Daniele put on last year. I mean,
absolutely.
It's
go. What was it? 16 games in a row to make it to the final, and then win enough in the 7-game final to pull off 23 games straight. He played and never finished last.
Just crazy.
I mean, it doesn't sound so bad when you say it like that, but the actual doing of that against some of the best pinball players in the world, I mean...
And all day long. I mean,
I can play 16 games of pinball.
Yeah.
Well, sure. No, that's a true endurance event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when you play that many games at a high level, you're concentrating so hard the whole time. I mean, he was dog tired throughout that towards the end, and just a couple people were saying, like, how is this man still standing and playing? Get up there. Oh, double scoring. The jackpot is lit. It will still be ready for him now that multi-ball is over.
He was all smiles. I talked to him after he got eliminated today. I mean, he had a good time. He was proud of what he did. He played well, so...
Well, anytime you can make it to this event at all, you should, be proud of yourself. I mean, it's quite a feat to even make it this far. I mean, these are the guys that are the best of the best. And I mean, I'll watch these guys play, and it's just, I'm in awe at the skills they have and how well they execute those to even make it this far.
And Andre will not catch Raymond, but he's moving on. So there's next time.